Gary, you all set?
Yep.
There. A motion to accept the minutes of December 17th, 2024.
I'm not gonna get any minutes done.
Second.
You seconding the minutes or the seconding that Sarah's not getting anything done?
No, I'm seconding the minutes, but like, I'll second that Sarah's not gonna get anything done too. Is that a goat?
Yeah. And ex officio reports.
Okay, I don't have anything.
No, like I didn't read it.
The library is thinking about starting to think about their next steps to expanding the library. As far as they've gotten, it's to think about starting.
You mean to expand at the current location?
I'm not sure. They didn't get that far. I guess Sandy is holding off until March to resign.
So say you staying on till March.
Yes, till March.
Yeah, that was the. Yeah. Over some other stuff, Deb's appointment's not till 6:10,
Can we just go right into that?
if you want to.
Deb, you okay to come early?
Absolutely.
I get this.
I figured I won't get there late, but I get there early. So did you guys get a chance to see the, you know why I'm here?
Yeah, I know you
No,
did.
I couldn't print it because,
Why? The sign, you didn't print it out?
no, do you have a picture of it?
I do.
Yeah, 'cause I don't have a color
So
printer.
that's a
You know,
picture of the
Grafton,
sign that
right?
Salisbury has.
Yeah, yeah. Right,
Uh, I don't know if you guys have seen it, I haven't.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the library's goal was for quite a while to get a sign on the property so that, you know, a lot of people don't even know there's a library in Grafton because there's no, you know, signage. So, that'd be great. We'll do that. So our goal is to get that sign up on that property, and the cost of that sign with a nice granite.
Is that over, like on 2 Library Road, on the library, on that line?
Yeah, and it would be so that, it would be on, so by Route 4, so that people could see.
Would it be up like in the knoll, like where that old sign
I-
used to be?
I don't know exactly where the placement would be, that would be something that would have to be worked out.
Yeah,
I don't think that, you know, and I'm also thinking that if that sign goes in, that other structure we have comes out and maybe becomes just a temporary structure, because we get that beautiful garlic sign, we get the beautiful Christmas sign, so it isn't like we'd wanna, you know, so we might wanna do it like we put it up and then take it down with the other signs. It can be done, but you know, with some PVC in the ground type thing, and then you put screw caps on them, and so it wouldn't mess with the mowing and whatnot. But anyway, so I'm not specifically sure where it would go, but it would certainly, we'd want it to be so that when you're driving by on Route 4, you can see it. And the cost is $4,250, and Fogel would be picking up the cost.
So they'd be using the $1,500 you gave them before for a sign?
Say that again?
They'd be finally using the $1,500 you gave them before for a sign?
Fogel never gave it to them, but they wanted.
The library told them to keep the $1,500 from the design in 1 year. for a sign and he never gets the sign.
Right, but what happened was, if I'm correct in my memory, is that we raised $1,500 at the garlic thing we did, I mean the lasagna thing that we did. I mean, one year we did it for books, and then one year we did it for a sign. And the money never transferred, never went anywhere. The decision was to get a sign, but then the Vogel never did it, and the trustees never did it, so nothing ever actually happened. We just worked on getting a sign. We looked at, because I think a sign like that, you almost have to even get some type of DOT clearance on if it's on Route 4.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
You gotta get
I know
permits.
Tom
You get-
McGinty had to, but maybe that's because it was a business and it wasn't on his property. I'm not sure. I think it was because it wasn't on his property or something. But anyways, that would just be details. My feeling is all those details will be worked out.
So you would check it out before you put it in, so that
Exactly.
DOT doesn't come back later and say, guess what?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't come down.
Exactly, we don't wanna- right.
He took it.
Yeah, right. It's too much money to, and stuff like that.
So it'll be granite post like that? Is that one in Salisbury? Has that been there for a while? Is that-
I think
Been
they
there.
I don't think it's too old in Salisbury.
It's been there for a while.
Yes, but I think
But
it's
it's-
within the last
It-
year.
it-
Yeah.
It's
Maybe it's been there
it's
longer,
newer
I
than
don't
6
know.
years.
Yeah,
Okay.
But it's pretty nice. It's got the 2 granite posts.
Yeah.
because they're old signs.
And the thing that's nice about it is, it also has some places for lettering, so we can put in our hours, but then we can also take them out
Change it.
and put in, book club night or
Yeah.
whatever other program is going on or whatever. So that's what our goal is, so I just wanted to get the selectmen's view on it and what you guys got to say. You guys good with it?
I don't know. Can you see the picture, Debbie?
Huh?
Can you see the picture?
You can have the picture, you can have it. I thought I printed my other information on the back, but I didn't. I made a
So I was
mistake.
thinking if you could put eye hooks on the bottom and hang another board underneath the
Right.
hours. So you
Yeah,
don't have to keep taking them out, putting them back, taking them
Sure.
out, putting them back.
Yeah.
true.
Ding.
And that's all the type of things that we'd also, because we've had other, we'd even think about,
Leave this open for all your.
Yeah.
appointments, so.
and when might even take off the phone number, maybe you put an arrow or something, but then again.
That might be useful, at least temporarily,
But I also thought about seeing if DOT would give us one of those little signs that says library this way. You ever see them?
you
The
know,
blue
roadside
ones?
sign.
Yeah, and it's one of theirs, I think
Yeah.
they put them up. from
They
us.
do,
They put them up when it says like, library this way.
places of interest like that.
Yeah, so, and they got one in, I think it's Sutton, they got one, let's see, Grafton or something. Anyway, I've seen them with their little blue signs, got a library, it's just got a little arrow, but they're only like this big.
Right.
So I wouldn't mind checking into getting one of those on Route 4, but I think that's a whole DOT thing.
Right.
Mhm.
Which we'd
Yeah.
have to just go to them and see
Yeah.
what they're gonna do. But what we're trying to do is, well, number one, we got this money, and that's some of the reasons why we raised it, number one. And number two, we like, like I said, there's a lot of people that will say, oh, Grafton has a library, you know what I mean? New people moving to town and stuff.
Well, even the old people, he doesn't know where the library is.
Oh, yes, he does, he stops to bring us magazines on a regular basis.
He's been good with these guys.
That's right. So we're all good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay.
Go back home, it's nice and warm at home.
Next items.
Alright.
Oh my God.
Avatar property assessment, do you guys wanna go over that now or under other business?
I don't want to go over that now. Well,
Well, cause you're gonna talk about like what the budget and stuff, so that's up to you whether you wanna do it now or in the budget part.
contact the owner, and he returned my call, which I very much appreciated. And, you know, he said quite a few things in there. He said that his intention is to move those vehicles there. And he had a reason why they moved from the street back into the yard. And I also know that we have received a complaint from the town regarding this. And the complaint says it's an eyesore, and that person owns a property in Kinsman, and he finds it offensive. And what will someone in the town think? So it is more than one vehicle, 2 vehicles that are unregistered. So it is a problem. But I did talk to him. He said he loves Grafton. He said he made some other comments I'd rather not repeat, but he did.
I told you, it was.
I personally didn't find him offensive, but he was kind of funny. And he said that his intention was to move him, and I take him for his word. I mean, in the spring, he was saying, but I mean, we've been down this road before. I don't know what to do, because I do know that in order for us to proceed, that we would have to take legal action. I'm not personally ready to do that right now. And part of that's because I just made contact with him, so I'm willing to let him. I mean, he made a commitment to me, so I'm willing to see what he does. I mean, the alternative to me is to take him to court, and I'm not willing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take townspeople to court, period, if I don't have to.
But how long are you gonna be taken to a commitment, and then the commitment never follows through?
There's only so many times, but like I've had other experiences in town where we could be giving those people the same letter, and we haven't. So this guy feels like he's being singled out, you know. And then when you hear some of his tales, I'm thinking, God, you know, he's been around town for a long time, so he's got some tales to tell. But once again, I think that the best way to attack this problem is staying in touch with them and holding the fire to their feet rather than taking legal action. My opinion.
I have to disagree, because we've probably been through this, we started in the spring, and here it is, 25, and nothing has happened.
Well, I've spoken to him, that's happened.
Yeah, I spoke to him too, and I got all kinds of promises and everything. And what happened with the promises? I received the same info that you received.
I don't know if you received the same, but...
Oh, I'm sure I did. And I was not nasty to him or anything else.
I'm sure you were not nasty to him.
And I know he's not the only one in town that,
No, I know. There's, you know.
so I'm not gonna say that we're singling
But
him
we have
out.
to look at what our objective is here too.
But, just to sit back and continue to receive a commitment that never followed through,
No?
well, how many times you gonna receive a commitment and then, next,
Okay, what would you recommend doing? Going to court?
if that's what needs to,
You know, if the time is right, then I would do that too. Right now, we're in the middle of, you know, a bunch of other litigations.
Okay.
I don't want to get involved in yet another one at this time. So I'd rather give this guy a little slack, and if he doesn't live up to that word, then
then we'll wait for another commitment and we'll go through the same process again.
So if we go through court right now and the court finds it so he has to get rid of his vehicles, what damage to the town roads is gonna happen when a wrecker has to lock down into the road to pull cars out of there right now? It's gonna hurt the town road, which then you got the road crew up there trying to fix it in the middle of winter. So right right now, I think we're stuck.
Is that where we're at with that?
Yeah, you should have.
Pretty stuck right now, yeah. And it is the middle of winter, so there's not that much snow out there to get into a piece of property like that, but there could be an issue with the roads too. And I still, you know, agree with my original statement that I've talked to the guy, he made a commitment to me. I don't know if he'll live up to it, judging from what I'm hearing tonight, he won't, but I'm still, you know.
We have a second and last chance.
So, equipment inventory, do you still want to keep it on hold, or are we ready for me to put out a reminder to
I would put a
get that
reminder
out?
out.
Okay. Let's see, composting toilet ordinance, we're gonna table that till the next meeting and bring a fresh copy.
We're gonna bring the fresh copy to the next meeting and then we should.
If you wouldn't quiet, like I asked about, people having, water, what happens to the water? If they don't have a sewer,
Yeah,
where's it?
it goes into a containment or into gray water, gray water
Gray
system.
water is legal. You
No,
know? DES has an
I don't
issue
know.
with it.
What's that?
DES has an issue with it.
Right, it's gotta
That's
go
not
into
good.
a tank
That's
and,
why I mean, gray water wasn't allowed,
no, right.
so I have to go into it.
So what you're, you know, I haven't contacted anybody regarding that, so what you're saying is, I mean, the composting toilet would be just a standalone thing. But the gray water comes in because,
Right, if they don't have a septic and they chose the compost toilet, my question only being is, what's going on with the gray water?
yeah, well, and that's a good question, but what if somebody just has a system and they want to put a composting toilet someplace else on their property? Then that wouldn't be an issue.
No.
Like if somebody wanted to build a new house and wanted to put in a composting toilet and have running water, then that gray water would be an issue?
Right, yes, because any gray water has to go into a tank.
I think the health officer.
I'm gonna be the health officer person. If there is no running water and a dry well, for the gray water is fine per New Hampshire rules.
Classify what a dry well is, please.
I'd have to look at the exact thing.
Because the
There's
thing being is that, what I found is it's gonna be a holding tank.
No, it's a specific size, I can send you the information, but
Yeah.
it's a specific size hole in the ground with some gravel. And then it's
12 by 12 by 18 or something.
yeah,
like
it's
that. Yeah.
something like
Because
that.
when I did the brick building, I have a holding tank in there. And I received a big,
Well, holding tanks aren't allowed
oh, yes, they are.
per, if you have running water, but you don't have running
No, I will have running water, and DES has
water.
said
They said it's okay
it's okay.
to be pumped out.
Yep,
Okay. Well, the dry well, I can send you the information. If you
Yeah.
don't have running water, you can use a dry well, which is like Gary said, 12 by 12 by 18.
A certain
or
size,
something.
yeah.
And that just, the ground cleans the gray water. It's not an issue.
Yeah, because there was a ex-selectman that took and gave me the hardest time over a holding tank. And he took and told me I couldn't have a dry well. So I went to the state, and the state showed,
And said you could do that.
said that as long as I have a holding tank, I can have the,
So it's a piece of information that we should get clarified?
yeah, yeah.
No, I agree, so, where do we clarify that? Call the DES?
I will,
Have Matt help us with that?
Clarify, may I ask, in regards to what?
if a dry well is legal.
I mean, I have the New Hampshire
Yeah,
rules, I can send it to you.
yeah,
Okay, well,
I just
that's,
don't have it
yeah.
here. I'll email it.
send those to us.